Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Friday the 22nd of January. We have new mods and we have a load of updates. The updates are as follows. From top left, the Ravensburg map by Topace 888, the Lizard D838848 by Austrian Castan 18, the Lizard D83 by Castan 18 and the Flurk, the Lizard D616 by Castan 18 and the Flurk, the Lizard D46 D47 pack by Castan 18 and Austria 29, the Lizard D35 pack by Castan 18, Slycliffe and the Flurk, the Case IH2566 and 150 series by Agrotonio, and the Roadrunner Plus by Mantrid. The changelog is so long, too much to read out, but loads has changed. There's a Jake brake sound and all sorts of stuff on the Roadrunner Plus by Mantrid. Check that out. From top left again, the Cowshed by SN Modding, the Big Horse Stable by SN Modding, the Polish Buildings by Kasper, the Grain Silo by R. Mihail and Den Ben, the Chicken Food Bag by Mr. Hector, and Goldcrest Valley by Puma 145 have all had updates today. So, we've got 20 plus mods today. And when I say 20 plus, because we've got this is the Goldcrest Decoration Pack by Puma 145. This has got 21 items in it on its own. We'll have a quick whiz round and look at them all, and then we'll try and do our best. Anyway, starting off, we've got the basketball court. So if you want to have the Goldcrest Valley vibe, but on a different map, you absolutely can. Basketball court. We've got the little wooden, I can't remember what it's called now. Trailer? No, something like that. We'll see when we look in the mod hub. We've got the little pool and deck area. We've got the statue. Fertile turmoil. We've got a little toilet, wooden outside toilet. Bench. Barbecue area. You may remember these from Goldcrest Valley. We've got the watchtowers from up in the woodland. We've got one of the smaller shelters. We've got the larger shelter. We've got the silo on the end there. We've then got the vehicle workshop over here. These do work. We've got a, I think it's wood chip sell point, this one. Wood chip sell point, just here. Pretty sure it is. We go around to this side. Wood chips in there, isn't it? Yep. Wood chip sell point. We've got a well. The straw barn. Now this was a bit weird. The straw barn, when it placed the straw barn there, but the base for the straw barn off to the side. So those two didn't seem to link up. So that could be an issue. But we've got the straw barn. We've got another water tower. We've got some lighting poles, lamp posts. And then there is also, that's 19, then we've got a fence post and a fence panel. But that's all, I think it's all 21 items from Goldcrest Valley that come in this pack. The pack is 36.8 megabytes download. The slot counts vary from 1 up to 9, I think it was, for the straw barn. So nothing that's going to be horrendous. The problem is if you only want one of these items, it's a 36.8 megabyte download for one thing you might want. But anyway, regardless of that, you'll find these spread across various locations. The first of these we're looking is decoration. So basketball court wagon, that was the word I was looking for. The wagon, the fence and fence posts I didn't put out. Then we've got the pool with deck, lamp 1, 2 and 3. We looked at the monument, wooden toilet, picnic table, arbour, the tower. And then from there, I think it was sheds. So shed 1, shed 2. Then silos, I think it was. There you go. 120,000 for the silo. Regular crop types holds 300,000 litres of each. Then it was, I think, miscellaneous. There you go. So the pressure tower, which is a water tower. The straw barn. I'm assuming the straw barn is a sell point. On the actual original map it is. It doesn't say it is there, but Not sure about that one. And then we've got the Weld Wood Chip Sale Point Vehicle Workshop, and then I think that's all in 19. And then yeah, the 2 fence posts that I didn't put out. So there you go. That's the Goldcrest Decoration Pack by Puma 145. Sorry for the whiz round on that. We've got these. This is the Vegetable Garden by OmaTana. 5.49 megabytes download. There are 4 in this pack. We've got a lovely decorative garden without a fence. We've got a decorative garden with a fence. The gate opens, does it? It does. Now you'll notice the difference between the two. That one's got lots of lush stuff grown in it. This one's got some sunflowers at the front but nothing in there. Now, those two are placeables that earn you income. To get that income, you need to put water and manure in. When you put water and manure in, it's like an open air greenhouse. A greenhouse is not open air, but you know what I mean. So when you put the water and manure in, the plants grow and you get paid out per hour. It pays out 120 on easy, 80 on normal, 40 on hard. So those two are both placeables for income. The next two are exactly the same to look at. However, these next two are sell points. And you can sell water and manure. So if you come to sort out your water and manure for those ones and you've got extra, you can then sell it at these two. They look exactly the same. Difference is, like I say, sell point, and those are for putting water and manure in, and you get paid an income per hour. It's a nice little, I mean, it's not just a decorative object because you can have it as a sell point and or make money. What it doesn't say in the mod hub, which I'm not sure what normally happens with these things, if you put water in you get paid that amount per hour. If you add manure to that, it doubles that payment. It doesn't say in there whether it does double the payment or not, so I'm not 100% certain. But I mean, it's still not a bad payment, is it, when you've got to put a little bit in? So what we'll do is, let's just grab the Land Rover. It's a little bit weighted down by that trailer. But if we go to the second one, which I haven't done anything with yet, we'll put some water in. As soon as you put the water in, you'll see the plants will grow, as long as the trigger comes up. There we go. It's taking quite a lot of water. There we go. So we should get income from that. And if I go to the next one, which is the sell point, if I've got surplus water left over that I want to get rid of, I don't think it'll pay out that much, but I can sell my excess water at those ones. Nice little feature. Something interesting to have in it. So, these you will find, I think these were all under miscellaneous. So the vegetable gardens that earn you money per hour are the first two. They are 10 grand each, with or without the fence, whichever one you go for. And then the ones that are a selling station are only 1,000 each. These are, how many slots were these? I think there were 8 slots. Oh no, the first two, that was 7, that was 8. And these two, the sell stations, are 6 each. So 7, 8, 6, 6. 4 slots on those, which then, as you can see, drops down to 1 on each of them if you get the first one of each. So there we go. Vegetable Gardens by OmaTana. Moving on from there, we've got this. This is the Saplings Extension. This is by Deere, 0.26 megabytes download, 5 slots for each pallet, and then for the Damcon PL75 sapling planter is 4 slots. Now we have already got a Damcon PL75 in game, but this one is modded and you can change the colours of it, as you can see. But what's nice about this pack, it comes with pallets of saplings and you can get them in different amounts. So I think the old ones did, was it 20 on each? I think it was 20. But this one you can have it as 20, 40, 60, 80 or 100. I think the one down here I went for 100. There you go, it says 100 there. 100 pieces. So it makes it a lot easier having to take trailer load after trailer load of pallets out with you. If you want to just stick out 100 trees, one pallet, stick it on that, bosh, out you go, get the job done. Again, handy thing to have. The pallets you'll find under objects and pallets. I think is that one, pallet sapling. If I click on that, we can change the capacity. If you look at the box on the front, 20, 40, 60, 80 or 100. The price does go up. Obviously, it's 1,000 for 20, and then it goes up if you get 100. It's 5,000. I think the standard ones, is that a standard one? Yeah, do 20 and they're 1,000. So your price is exactly the same. You're just multiplying that up. And then the actual Damcon planter is under forestry. So the standard one there is 26 grand to buy and 4 slots. I think this was 4 slots as well, wasn't it? Did I say that? Yeah. There you go. Same thing, 26 grand, 4 slots. You're not really losing out on anything, but you can change the colour. Design colour like so. And then main colour like so, if you wanted to go with that. So what should happen? It should work exactly the same as the normal one does. Hook it up. Turn it on. Drop it down. And away we go. Now I don't think, let's just turn it off and lift it, I don't think we have the ability to adjust the distance between on this one. Pretty sure we don't. We don't have the ability on this either to create fields, so it won't leave a trench for you. I think that's only when you do poplars, isn't it? So it works exactly the same as the original. It just means, like I say, if you want to put out a load, you can just get a larger size pallet and off you trundle. You can keep going a little bit longer without having to come back and refresh. That said, when you do run out, if you have got another pallet, it's just the same as the other one was. Obviously I can't show you because I've got this one still on there. You come up alongside the pallets there, press L3 and it will load the next pallet on. It's as simple as that, really. So we go. That's the Saplings Extension by TherÖcsy. Moving on from there, we have got this. This is the silo for crops. This is by BarT V3, 8.57 megabytes download, 21 slots on console. It's a nice looking one. This just takes regular crop types, so it's not a multi-fruit silo or anything like that. Nicely detailed. The shiny bits look shiny, as they should do, with the sun shining off them. A little bit of detail around the back. One thing to note is the auger off the back is fairly low, so you're not going to get huge trailers underneath this. But I don't think the capacity is that big on it that you're going to need them. Although my mind's gone blank as to what the capacity was, but we will find it nevertheless. This is under placeables and silos. There you go, 25,000 to buy. Yeah, 40,000 litre capacity. So it's not a huge capacity. You wouldn't want to have a massive trailer underneath that because it doesn't hold enough to need a massive trailer, really. There are no options available. You just place it down wherever you want to place it. Now, loading in is done from the side. You may notice when I'm on a different map, because as I found out, and a lot of people were pointing out, the problem with using Eureka, much as it was an easy map and nice and flat and that kind of thing, because it was modded and everything accepted everything, it was very hard to show when I was doing the mod reviews what new trailers or seeders or planters, what they actually took or what they could use. All the silos said they took everything, so it didn't work. So I've switched and I'm on the big field farm now. So that's putting into the silo. Like I say, fairly low on the auger on the out. There you go. A silo for crops by BarT V3. Moving on from there, we have got this. Now again, I thought we had these the other day. They're saying new, but anyway. Pack of Polish houses. This is by Cisek. This is a sleep trigger. There are 2 in this pack. They are identical. One's grey, one is this sort of sandy sort of colour. On the outside, they are 7.32 megabytes download. 11 slots for the grey one, 10 slots for this one, which is peculiar. Trigger is just up here on the steps, so when you want to sleep. The door doesn't open, you can't go inside it. It's just a placeable sleep trigger, really, at the end of the day. It will do the job. this you'll find under placeables and farmhouses. And like I say, there are two here. They are, I mean, they do look identical to me. Just one's grey and one's sand. 50 grand each to place, or buy and place. And that's a sleep trigger to go through the night. Those are by Cisek. Moving on. We have got the pack of Polish buildings. This is by BarT. We have got a shed and we've got a garage. They are 19 slots and 16 slots. We'll get into the other one in just a second. 10.18 megabytes download. Nicely detailed, nicely textured. Bit of detailing inside. There's no lighting on these, but I mean, looks, it's very impressive. Even the underside of the tiles on the roof. You've got the rafters and all the cross supports, and then you've got the bottom of the tiles as well. Yeah, incredibly well detailed. Drive through if you want it to be, because the door's on the other side as well. That's the first of them. And the second one is a garage, fairly small. It's not a workshop trigger or anything like that. Got a small one this side, and then the larger one this side. I don't think there's a trigger, no. But around the corner just there we do have a light switch. So we can turn the lights on and off. And that light switch does both sides. So it's closed. This one a bit more of a kind of construction block design rather than brickwork. These you'll find under placeables and sheds. The Polish barn is 30,000 and the Polish brick garage is 25. Those are by BarT. Moving on, we have got this, which I think I'm probably going to use for the thumbnail. This is insane. The capacity of this is just... It's a little bit strange, but anyway, it's a huge construction. Putting into the silo is done here. Collecting, you drive underneath. And collect from underneath. From the... Is it a cone? Is that what they call it? Kind of got, I can't remember what it's called now. I'm sure people will put it in the comments, because it's completely slipped my mind. This is the Silo VTC. This is by sulecsan. It is 7.25 megabytes download, 3 slots to place it. This will hold solid fertilizer and lime. Just those two things. To a capacity of 10 million litres. I'm not sure. It's lime, maybe. If you're liming the entire world, maybe. Fertilizer, again, 10 million litres. If you were storing that much, I mean, you would be setting yourself up in business, wouldn't you, at that point, to be selling it? But that's what it holds. Crazy as it sounds, that you don't get the lorry and the trailer with it. That's just because I was actually unloading into it a minute ago. This you'll find, I think this is under silos as well. Placeables and silos. Only 30 grand. Oddly enough, it's right next to the silo wood, which is the same price and the same capacity, which is crazy. Although, I mean, suppose technically the silo wood does already hold both those things, plus everything else. So, just putting it out there. The Silo VTC AJ for storing lime and fertilizer to 10 million litres if you need to store that much. That's madness, absolute madness. Anyway, that's by sulecsan, I think that's how you say it. Moving on from there, we've got this. This is the John Deere 7000 series. This is by SrVertex, MARKIN and Kohler Modding. The harvester is 30 slots. The header is 18 on its own. Price isn't too expensive, although this does have a problem. You can't lower the header. Don't know why. It's just not working. I mean, I suppose at this point you'd be like, okay, well, there's not really much point in showing the rest. I will show you it because, you know, it's a nice enough mod. It's a bit flat in places here and there. It's a very, you know, it's a bog standard harvester. There are a few options to choose from. I'm just looking what it said in the mod tab, because when I read it, there was a whole list of things. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Realistic physics animations of the actuation levers. Row of realistic straw, smoke and particles increased. Panel with animated lights. But obviously that's not going to work if you can't if you can't actually put the header down to use it, which is a bit of a pity. So we will find this under vehicles, and we'll find it under harvesters. There you go, cheap as chips. This is 18.61 megabytes download. So the harvester itself, we can have it, well, it says clear windows, we haven't got a cab on it yet, but you can have clear windows, dark windows, as you can see on the windows that go through to the tank. So clear windows or dark windows. We've got square lights. You can probably see on the side of the harvester a little bit better with that. Let's go with that. Square lights or round lights. Then we've got rigid cutter or flexible cutter, and that's one of those ones again where the header will twist side to side. We've then got on the auger, we've got metal tip or rubber tip. We've got without cabin, like so. Open cabin, which just puts the roof and the bar around the front. Cabin 1. And cabin 2. Then we've got the option for engine setup. We've got the 7100 at 138 horsepower, 7200 at 148 horsepower, and the 7200 turbo at 162 horsepower. The header you'll find under tools and headers. The 318 master, 9500, 5.5 meters wide, will do your regular crop types and runs at 6 miles per hour. There are no options available on that. You get it as it is. So what we'll do is we'll hop in. Does sound nice. What I do like about it, it's an old harvester, so the lights have got that real yellow tinge to them. It does have a light that goes out where the auger will be, so the light's not attached to the auger, but it does point out in that direction. We do have another option. There you go. On the front for lights, like so. Auger out. We'd also have the option on this. I guess why it's such a pity about the header. L1 and R1, right stick up and down. You raise and lower the ladders yourself. Side to side, opens and closes the door. Pipe away. Now, as you can see, it's pretty high already. So when I attach the cutter, he says, if he lines up properly, well, like so, the cutter is up there, which is not unusual. I can fold the harvester, which closes that flap above there. But to operate it, it needs to be opened. If I turn on the harvester, now that's on lift header. Now lower header, L1 and circle. Nothing's happening. I cannot get that to raise or lower. So yeah, it's not going to harvest particularly well at that height, unfortunately. Now it could possibly be because I went for the flexible head rather than the rigid one. But even that being said, if it isn't working on the flexible but it is on the rigid, it's still going to need an update because it needs to work on both, really, doesn't it? But there you go. I mean, that's the John Deere 7000 series. That's by it's either Senior Vertex or SrVertex, MARKIN and Kohler modding. Next, we've got this. This is the SIP Orion 25 Alp. This is by BGamer003, 10.99 megabytes download, 10 slots on console. This is a small MUX spreader. Few options available on this, but you can also have it in a configuration as a trailer as well. The MUX spreader has an option for rear spreading, has old spreaders, a new spreader, and then a side spreader, which is the one I went for because I was curious to see what it would look like. You can have it with aluminium sides, wooden sides, and then you can change it over to have it as just a trailer if you want to. This is going to be for small farms. It's a small one. I think this is a 4,000 litre with manure in it at the moment. Slovenian, I think SIP are. Pretty sure I read that in the description. Yeah, so we'll have a look at this. Options available. This is under manure spreaders. There you go. The Orion 25 Alp, 8,000 to buy. Now it does say it takes all those things. That's in its trailer configuration. It won't spread all of those things, but it will spread out to 9 meters. We can change the rim colour from red to grey. Then on the back, we've got old rotors. We can have new rotors, fancy. Or we can have side spread, like so. Then we can have it as small trailer, large trailer, and then back again. Large trailer is 9,000 capacity, small trailer is 8,000 capacity. And like I say, if you're doing MUX spreading, it's 4,000 litres. Then we get the option of wood or aluminium, and back again. If we go for aluminium, we can go for all the same options. Oh, actually, no. On the trailer, it will only go aluminium at the bottom, and then the top section's wood. Okay. I wasn't sure if it's going to be aluminium all the way. Worth checking, wasn't it? So, there we go. You can't adjust that rotor head, so you can't spread out further or bring it in closer. It's just spreading your manure out to the side, like so. It's nice that. I like the option to have it rear or side spread. Nice animation. Very cool bit of kit, that. Then we'll have a quick look at the trailer. I was worried I wasn't going to fit all of this in because of the all the stuff that was in the pack for Goldcrest Valley, but actually worked out right. There you go. Very nicely detailed, I like that. So there you go. The SIP Orion, the 25 Alp by B-Gamer 003. Moving on, we have got this. Now these two are by the same modders. Not a pack exactly, they are down as separate mods, but we've got the Case IH720 series by Mr. Dynamite 88 and TherÖcsy, 11.17 megabytes download this. This is a plough and it has 3 different width options on it. I think we've got a couple of decal options and we can change the colour and rim colour and stuff on this as well. I think that's the alternate I think I went for on that. But that's the 720. This you'll find under ploughs. So we've got the Case 724 for 9,000. The 725, so that's 1.6 metres. The 725 at 2 metres. The 726 at 2.5 metres. And then we're onto a different plough altogether. There are 8 slots each. We can change the rim colour to anything on that pallet, like so. The main colour, anything on that pallet, like so. Then we've got standard design. I think the stickers all around this side, decals. Standard design or decal 1. Those are the options. And then wheel setup. We've got standard or wheel setup 1. Those are the options. Now I think I went for the 726. And that says 10720. I wonder what that is. Anywho, you can create fields as you can with most ploughs. If we drop it down. Oh, tough actually hooked up to it first, wasn't it? Now we'll drop it down. There we go. There you go. Nice animation. It will get the job done. It will take a little while, but it will get the job done. And then L1 and triangle puts it into allow create fields. Drop it down, and you can, if you want to, then create your own fields, like so. L1 and triangle turns that back off again. So that's the first one, the Case IH720, and that one's the 726. So the second one, also by Mr. Dynamite and TherÖcsy, is the Case IH770. This is 9.64 megabytes download, also 8 slots on console. Didn't really line up on that very well, did I? This is a disc harrow. Again, this is a weird one. This is 7.2 metres, but it's a 770. I mean, I'm not. It's just, I'm not knocking the modders, it's always in my head. I'm like, it's weird, isn't it? If it was a 7.2 metre, why is it a 720? I suppose, because that's a 720, isn't it? Anyway, regardless, nicely made. Case disc arrow. Same options pretty much on this as the other one with regard to colours and decals, although we've got an extra tyre option on this one as well, and this only comes in the one width. There aren't multiple widths for this one. So this you'll find under disc arrows. There you go, the case 770, 8,550, 8 slots, options available, rim colour, main colour, design, standard, or decal 1, which is pretty much the same as the other one. Then we got this one, we got wheel setup 1 is already smooth. Then we got wheel setup 2 is a knobbly tyre. Then wheel setup 3 is a slightly larger one, which is something I went for. I thought it might reduce compaction as you went along. Now what I'll try and do this time is actually line up on it, which will help. Open it up. Drop it down. And away we go. So there you go. That's the case IH770 by Mr. Dynamite and TherÖcsy. Just looking down my list, I'm pretty sure that's it. There is another new map out today. We're inundated. It's a Russian map. My mind's gone blank as to what it's called. Hopefully I'll do a map tour of it over the weekend, probably tomorrow morning. I hope you found all of this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Have a lovely weekend, and thanks for watching.